الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدم الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa lana.
Alaikum salam. Right, we last lesson we covered the present tense, how to make the present tense, and we didn't really start the imperatives as such, how to make the amr. So I'm going to go and see how far we can reach today before we are able to start book 4, inshallah. Right, okay. Let me just bring it onto the screen first off. Bring this up to the screen. Now, just 1 second. Note. Right, okay. Now, Sister Sabina, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes, Sheikh.
How are you? Right, I would like you to do the present tense, please. So we did all of this is the first verb we did kataba, and the present tense was yaktubu. Now, this is the first pattern where the middle letter of the 3-letter verb comes with a dhamma. So I would like you to read all of the 14 forms for the present tense.
Just want me to read it. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. So it's yaktubu, he's writing. Yaktubani, yaktubuna, they're all writing, all male are writing. Taktubu, she is writing. Taktubani, 2 women are writing. Taktubna, they all are writing, the female. Then it's 1 male, yaktubu, writing. Yaktubani, dual. Taktubani, taktubna, all male are writing. Then taktubina, that's 1 female writing. Taktubani, dual. Taktubna, all female writing. Aktubu, I am writing. Naktubu, we are writing.
Excellent, excellent. So that's that. And then the next one we did was dharaba yadharibu, whereas the present tense now is coming with a kasra itself. I'm going to ask Sister Tahsina, can you do this one for me, please? Assalamu alaikum. Yadharibu. So first one was kataba yaktubu, the middle letter has a dhamma. Now this one has a kasra. Bismillah.
Is daraba, or what did you say?
Daraba yadharibu, present tense.
Yadribu. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Daraba.
It's on the screen.
I don't see your screen. Do you have it up on the screen?
Yes, I do.
I don't see your screen. I don't see your screen.
You need to sometimes scroll the screen as well on your phone.
Is it? Okay, I'm not on my phone. I'm on my laptop. Okay.
How about now? Can you see it now?
No, I don't see you. Does anybody else see the screen? Does anyone else see your screen? I can only see your...
Yes, we all see. We all see. Yes, we can see more. Yes, we can see.
No, I see the screen, meaning I see you, but I don't see anything else on your screen.
Have you updated Zoom on your laptop?
Yeah, it did just done the update. It did do the update. I can do that. So you just say daraba yadribu.
Yes.
Yadribu, yadribani, yadribuna. Do you want me to give you the meaning as well?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Daribu, and that was Daribu was sorry, what was Daribu first? Can you please tell me again? Because I get confused with what it means.
Well,
Daraba means
Zaraba means he hit.
hit.
Yadribu, he is hitting.
He's hitting. So Daribu is Yarib
Yadribu.
Yadribu. He is hitting. Yadribani, you both are hitting. Yadribuna, you all male are hitting. Tadri, is it Tadri? Tadrib? Is it Tadrib?
Adribu, yeah.
Tadribu, okay. Tadribu is she is hitting. Tadribani is they both female are hitting. Tadribna
Correct.
is they all female are hitting.
Not, what did you say there?
They all female.
What was the verb?
Tadribna.
No, not tadribna.
Yadribna. Yad, this is Yad. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
because it goes Yad. Yadribna. Then it's Yadribu.
No, all of the 6 forms are coming with a ta now.
Tadribu.
Yes.
Tadribu, you male are hitting.
Mhm.
Tadribani is you both male are hitting.
Mhm.
Tadribuna, you all male are hitting.
Mhm.
Tadribina, you female is hitting.
Mhm.
Tadribani is you both female are hitting. Tadribna is you all female are hitting. Adribu, I am hitting, and Nadribu is we all are hitting. Is that right?
Correct. Now I'm going to change. I'm going to give this a twist. Now I'm going to change the verb, and I'm going to ask you questions individually. For example, jalasa yajlisu, he is sitting. How would you say yajlisu, I am sitting?
Yajlisu, ajlisu,
We are sitting.
najlisu.
He is sitting.
He is yajlisu. Is that going to be
She,
yajlisu?
yes, that's correct. She is sitting.
She sitting is tajlisu.
You, one female, is sitting.
You, one female, is going to be you, one female is a tajlisina.
Excellent. You all boys are sitting.
You all boys yajlisuna.
No.
No. That's they all. You all boys is you all is that tajlisuna?
Correct. Tajlisuna. Yeah. Tajlisuna. Jazakallah. Thank you for that. Okay. Next one I'm going to ask is going to be Sister Zahra Jiraj. I'm not too sure how many classes you've attended. Sister Zahra.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, I didn't attend any class because I am for book 1. I enrolled my name for book 1.
Right, you from America, yes?
Yeah, I did start. I just saw this thing, so I opened it.
Okay, no problem. Okay, just listen in. Yeah. So if you want to start book 1, and inshallah, maybe next week or the week after, I may start book 1. Okay, so inshallah, you can join us out, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, now next person I'm going to ask to come on the mic is Fawzia Jafar. So Fawzia, can you do the present tense of Fataha Yaftahu, which is he is opening? Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yaftahu, yaftahani, yaftahuna, taftahu, taftahani, yaftahna, taftahu, taftahani, taftahuna, taftahina, taftahani, taftahunna, taftahna. Sorry, taftahna, aftahu, naftahu.
Aftahu, naftahu. Excellent. How do you say I am opening?
Aftahu.
We are opening.
Naftahu.
He is opening.
Taftahu.
He.
Yaftahu, sorry.
Right, yaftahu. Correct. Jazakallah. Thank you for that. Right.
No worries. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to do the imperatives, and then once I've done the imperative, inshallah, I may start the 4-letter verb as well. So at the moment, we are doing the 3-letter verbs. Now, the other thing you will see here is that taktubu, so when we make the amr, the order, so amr is a command which a speaker will address the second person to perform a action. So it's a command for the second person, and when you make the command, you make it from anta. So anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna itself. So this is where you make it from. Now, the ta's itself in the beginning, when you make the imperative, all of the ta's from the beginning will be removed. That's step number one. Step number one, all of these ta's, taktubu, taktubani, taktubuna, taktubina, taktubani, taktubuna, all of these ta's will be removed. That's step number one. Then step number two is that all of the ta's which have been removed. Now, instead of that, we will bring Hamzatul Wasl in the beginning now. So Hamzatul Wasl is brought in the beginning. Now you see the ba in the taktubu, taktubani, taktubuna. In all of the singular verbs, the last letter will take a sukoon. So you can see the sukoon there. The noon with a kasra in the june, this kasra, noon with a kasra, all of these noon with the kasras are dropped. And taktubuna, now in taktubuna, this noon with a fatha is also dropped, and this noon with a fatha is also dropped. And when you drop the plural taktubuna, you all boys, once the noon is dropped, we bring an alif, and so you will see all of the noons here are dropped except for one noon. Except for one noon. The noon of the plural feminine remains behind. So taktubu, alif is dropped, the ta is dropped, alif is brought in, and we have not still decided what harakat the alif will get. So the alif in the beginning of the present tense, which has been added, why was there alif added to the present, to the amr? And you see that the kaf of taktubu is silent. It has a sukoon, correct? So when you have a silent letter, you cannot bring, or you cannot start a sentence with a silent letter. So therefore, we had to bring Hamzatul Wasl. And then the harakat of the Hamzatul Wasl is dependent upon the middle letter. So if the middle letter is with a dhamma, the Hamzatul Wasl will come with a dhamma. So if the middle letter is with a dhamma, the Hamzatul Wasl will come with a dhamma. If the middle letter comes with a fatha or a kasra, remember this point. If the middle letter comes with a fatha or a kasra, the Hamzatul Wasl comes with a kasra. So this means there are only two options available for Hamzatul Wasl. Either it comes with a dhamma, or either it comes with a kasra. And when it comes with a kasra, this is because the middle letter has either a fatha or a kasra. So the ta itself, or the three-letter verb, is coming with a kasra or a fatha. Inshallah, I'll do this later. Let me do the first one first. So taktubu, I'm going to ask sister, who am I going to ask? Sister Narjis, Darcy, can you come on the mic?
Sure. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. So taktubu will become what?
October. October.
Good.
Sorry.
And
And the other one is October.
taktubani. Taktubani will
Octo-
become
October.
excellent. Taktubuna will become
It just moved. Yeah. Sorry.
yep. There you go.
October.
Correct.
The
And
other one is
taktubina,
October.
excellent. And
The other one is October.
correct.
The last one is Octobna.
Is this clear for you?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sister Fawzia, can you come on the mic?
Yes.
Do you understand the imperative, how you make the imperatives? So it's made
No.
second. No?
Actually, if you can give me the rule about ta, ya, and alif, because it's quite confusing for me.
Okay. So the imperative, when you order someone, you
Yeah.
always order the second person. So as I'm talking to you, I could say to you, read.
Okay.
Okay. So it's for the second person, and it's made from all of the 6 forms for the second person. Taktubu, taktubani, taktubuna, taktubina, taktubani, taktubuna. It's made from here.
Okay.
Okay. It's made from here. All of the tars in the front of these tars are the silent present tense.
Okay. So
Now,
when we put ya, what does
no, not ya, ta. The tars have to be removed.
Okay. So ta is present tense and ya is
Ya is for the third person.
okay. And alif is
Hamzatul wasl.
okay. Thank you.
So Hamzatul is Hamzatul wasl. Now, can you go through them? I want you to go through them. Taktubu will become
Uktub.
correct. Taktubani.
Uktubani becomes uktuba.
So now a question I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Taktubani, what 2 things have been dropped from Taktubani when it becomes Uktuba?
Ta and noon. Beginning of ta and noon. Ta becomes alif. Yeah.
Excellent.
And taktubuna becomes uktubu.
Excellent.
Taktubina becomes uktubi. Taktubani becomes uktuba. Taktubna becomes uktubna.
Excellent. Is this clear for you now?
Yeah, thank you.
Brilliant. Sister Sabira, can you come on the mic?
Sorry, yes, Sheikh.
Exactly. Is this clear for you so far?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I want you to do taktub quickly and try to explain to me as if I don't know how to make the imperatives.
Okay, so you remove the first T from all the second, is it second? Yeah, second persons, yeah? And
Yep.
and because the next letter is K, sukun silent,
Excellent.
you have to replace it with something. So you replace it with an alif, which is Hamza Tawassul, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah?
Excellent.
And then if the middle letter is, what is it? Zamma, then the other side also becomes Zamma. And
Yeah,
if
the
it's,
Hamzatul wasl will come with a dhamma.
yeah, with the Zamma, but if the middle letter is Fatah or Kisra, then in that case it will always be a Kasra. So it's always
Exactly.
a Zamma or a Kasra.
Correct. Correct. MashaAllah is really good. Now go through the actual examples. Taktubu.
Taktubu becomes Uktub. Taktubani becomes Uktubna.
Uktuba.
Uktuba.
Yep.
Taktubna becomes Uktubu.
No, sorry. Taktubuna. Taktubuna becomes uktubu.
Uktubu. Taktubina becomes Uktubi.
Correct.
And Taktubani becomes Uktuba.
Excellent.
Yeah, Uktubna. Yeah.
And finally,
Finally, taktubna becomes uktubna.
excellent, excellent. Right, that's good. Next one is who is coming on the mic? Who's got something to say? Sister Samina, come on the mic. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Sheikh, I want to ask you one thing. Can you just keep the previous screen which was here?
Yep.
Yeah, there is a question I want to ask you. In this, all the last noons we are dropping it.
Dropping it.
But with tubna, taktubna,
Yep.
the noon is not dropped.
Correct.
It's tubna. Why it is this?
The reason why this noon here, now the reason why this noon, which here is at the end, it's a sign of ta'nis, mu'annas. It's a sign of female. It's a
Which
sign of, it's alamatul ta'nis, alamatul mu'annas. It's a sign of the verb being feminine. It's a sign for the verb being feminine. Now, the other, like, now the reason why the other noons in uktubani, uktubu, uktubina, uktuba. Now, in the present tense, can you see taktubu? The singular verb has a dhamma, correct? As a fish.
Yeah.
Now, when you make the dual and the plurals, what happens is that you cannot have a dhamma on the ba, correct? Because there's an alif after the ba. So according to the suitability of harakat, whenever there's an alif, the previous letter gets a fatha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
yeah.
Now what's happened is that this noon with a kasra and the noon with a fatha in the present tense which are coming, this is to show that the present tense is in its original form. The present tense is in its original form. When you make the amr, when you make the order, when you command someone, the present tense does not remain any more present tense. It becomes a command. Now, because it's becoming a command, in the singular verb, it takes a sukoon. And in the dual, the noon with a kasra, and in the plural masculine, the noon with a fatha, these noons have to be dropped so that it shows that the present tense has changed from its original form. Now it has become a command. Is that clear?
Excuse me, Sheikh.
Is
Like
that clear?
in,
Sorry, one second, Sister Fawzia. Is that clear now for you?
Not exactly too much clear, but I think I can listen it once again and maybe.
I don't want to elaborate too much because it may be too challenging. Because I'll not go through the next phase. I will explain other reasons. Just remember this point. Taktubu, taktubani, taktubuna, taktubina, taktubani, taktubna. This is the original present tense. Okay. This is now. Let me ask you a question. How many states does how many states does a noun have? Whenever you have a noun, how many harakat does a noun get? How many states does a noun have?
3 harakat now
3.
will have.
What are they?
Harakat, Dhamma, Kasra and Fatha.
Dhamma, kasra, and fatha. Excellent. Good. The same is the case. Now, when you do present tense, so the past tense verbs, the past kataba, kataba, katabu, the past tense verb never change. They always remain the same as they are. They never change. The ending of the verb katabaka, it always remains the same. All of the changes which occur are in the present tense. Okay?
Present.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the present tense, according to its different states, now they have 3 states: raf, dhamma, fatha, and sukoon. So listen to this carefully: dhamma, fatha, and sukoon.
And Sukoon. Okay.
Now, when you make amr, This is a different state of the present tense. That's the reason why it's getting a sukoon. Now, in the singular verb, you give the sukoon, and in the jul and the plurals, dropping of the noon with a kasra and dropping of the noon with a fatha is showing that the present, this amr is halatul majzoom. So when a verb gets a sukoon, it's called majzoom. Is that clear now?
Yes.
I cannot explain more than that, because if I do, I will have to teach a whole lesson on this otherwise, and I don't want.
Can I just cut in? Is it
Yep.
is it because in the when you're conjugating initially,
Yep.
so the other forms apart from the aktubna, the noons are added in the conjugation. So if you ever look at katabta, katabtuma, if you have a look, there's no noon there, but when you're going to the fi'l mudari,
Yep.
you're adding those in, but with the one which is the antunna, which comes with the aktubna,
Yep.
that is originally there, so that one you can't, that is like noon al-zamir, so it doesn't get removed. Is that the reason?
That's right. It's noon al-dhamir. It's a pronoun. That's what I said. That noon is a sign of a pronoun, funna, antunna, correct?
Yeah.
And the other reason why these noons are coming in the present tense, yaktuban, yaktubuna, in the term which we use in the Hausa is called alamatul raf. Remember that now.
So this is the alamat al-raf. They are going to be removed because they're not part of it. You're adding them in. But with the one which is aktubna, because it was part of the dhamir, so that's why you cannot remove that.
Exactly. Let me explain that a little bit more. Like when we did katabta, katabtuma, katabtum, katabti, katabtuma, katabtunna, these ta'atumatums, these suffixes which we added, these are the pronouns which represents who is performing the action. In uktubna, this noon here, it's a pronoun which represents you all females, antunna. Is that clear now? This enough, Rian? Does it make sense?
Yes. I understand. No, I understand that part. I do understand that.
Is it Samina? Is that enough for you?
Yeah, I think it's enough now.
Yeah. The thing is that one more lesson you attend, I'll elaborate this more further. That present tense has three states: alamatul raf, nasb, and jazm. Now, and what happens is that when we do the alamatul nasb and alamatul jazm, you will see that the nodes do not remain as well because it's a change of the present tense. So let me just go back again. I like to have one student who is a nuisance maker, which helps me to explain it a bit more further. So it's not an issue. So give me 2 seconds. Let me just show something else on the screen. No, okay, don't worry. I'll find it next. I've actually sent it in the group. It's in the group already, so you'll be fine with that, inshallah. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, it's in the group. I think I haven't got it saved on my laptop, so I've just sent in the group. The last one, if you've seen in the present tense, it's there, so you can use that. Okay, I'm going to ask next person to come on the mic. Can I request Sister Sabiha? Sabiha, are you there? Alaikum salam. Now, what I would like you to do is the present tense now. Let's go step by step how to make the amr, the command. So if you go to tadribu, Bismillah, start from here.
Tazribu izrib.
Yep,
Tazribani izriba. Tazribuna izribu. What are these noons showing? Tazribani and Tazribuna. If izribna is showing the mourners.
yes. The noon at the end is showing the muannas, correct.
Oh.
That is correct.
So what are these noon?
These noons are showing that the present tense verb is in its original form. That's what it does. The other noons, which are coming with the dual and the plural masculine, it's showing that the present tense is not in alamatul nasab or alamatul jazm.
Okay.
When we'll do them, you will understand better. But at the moment,
Tazribu izrib.
yep,
Tazribani izriba.
correct.
Tazribuna izribu. Tazribina izribi. Tazribani izriba. Tazribna izribna.
Okay, idribna. Idribna.
Izribna.
Excellent, excellent. Is that clear for you so far? Why the noons are dropped, Alex? When I explain the other halat of the fi'l mudari, it becomes a bit more clearer.
Tazrib. When we are making fi'l amr, we are adding is before
Alif, alif.
leaving ta, dropping ta.
And okay, now if I give you the verb ghafara, ghafara, yaghfiru, taghfiru, what would be the amr?
Ghafara
Yagh.
yaghfiru.
Yep, what would be the amr?
Yaghfiru. Ighfir.
Excellent. اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. So conjugate the six forms. اغفر.
Ighfir. Ighfira.
Yep.
Ighfiru.
Excellent.
Ighfiri.
Excellent.
Ighfir.
اغفرا.
Ighfira. Ighfirna.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
Jazakallah. Thank you for that. Next person I'm going to ask is going to be Sister Parveena Razai.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
She seemed not well.
Yeah, a little bit sore problem. Yeah.
Allah shafa. Now, shafakumullah. Now over here now, taftahu, taftahani, taftahuna, taftahina, taftahani, taftahna. This is you are opening, you two are opening, you all are opening. Now, if you want to make the amr, the command, how would we do this?
Taftahu, iftah.
Correct.
Taftahani, iftaha. Taftahuna, iftahu. Taftahina, iftahi. Taftahani, iftaha. Taftahna, iftahna.
Can you explain to me how you make them?
The taftahu, we drop the ta at alif kasra.
Right. Why
And
why Hamzatul Wasl come with a kasra? Why kasra? Why not a fatha?
because it's a ta.
Yeah, the ta is coming with, because yes, the ruling is that whenever the middle letter is coming with a fatha or a kasra, the Hamzatul Wasl will come with a kasra.
A kasra.
Correct. And what's happening with the noon in taftahani, in taftahuna? What is happening to the noons?
we drop noon
Yep.
and iftaha, and we get ha, alif, iftaha.
Excellent. Excellent.
And the end of taftahna is the same thing. We just drop ta, alif, kasra,
Correct. And you say iftahna.
iftahna.
Excellent. Jazakallah for that. Thank you.
you.
Now, next person I'm going to ask is going to be Sister Sabira.
Yes, Sheikh.
Now, ta'lamu. So if you're making the amr of ta'lamu, how would you do that?
What does that mean, Sheikh? Ta'lamu?
Alima. Alima means he knew. Ya'lamu, he is knowing.
Hang on, Sheikh. I have to look at my notes. Okay, sorry, Sheikh. Okay. So, ilam, that's one male knows. You one male, it's a command for one male, yeah?
Correct.
Ilama, two male. Ilamu, that's all male. Ilami, that's one female. Ilama for two female. Ilamna for all female.
Excellent. Now, try not to use your notes.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
If you have a verb, for example, let me give you an easy one. So I'm going to give
Sorry,
you.
can I interrupt, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Why is this the kasra here, and then in the present tense is ta'alamu? Can you explain, please?
Because in the Arabic language,
Mm-hmm.
the present tense has three patterns. It can either come with a dhamma, fatha, or a kasra. So that's the Arabs have decided their language that which letter the present tense middle letter comes. That's the way it is.
Particular rule. Okay.
So the dictionaries will tell you whether it comes with a fatha, kasra, or a dhamma. So the verb which I'm going to give you, Sister Sabira, dhahaba, yadhabu. Dhahaba, dhal, haba means he went, yadhabu, and tadhabu, you are going. So how do you say go?
So it's yab,
No, yadhabu. Yadhabu, and tadhabu is you are going.
Okay, so yazabu.
Yep.
Yadabu, so it's Sheikh, I'm lost.
No, you're not lost. So tadhabu,
Oh, okay, tabhabu.
Drop the drop the ta and bring an alif in instead of the ta. So alif with a kasra will be brought in the beginning. Tadhabu, alif with a kasra, alif dhal, a sukun, id, ha, ba sakin, hab, id.
Tababa. Is that right, Sheikh? Tababani?
No, idhaba.
Okay, izhaba,
Habu.
Izhabu,
Right.
Izhabu,
Then you one female.
Izhabani,
No.
Izhaba,
Idhabi.
Izhabi.
Correct. Idhaba.
Izhaba,
Idhabna. Idhabna.
Okay, so we're looking at present tense, Sheikh, are we?
No, we're doing the imperative, amr, command.
We're doing the command.
Yeah, on the same pattern as the dhahaba, present is same as ya'lamu, tadhhabu. So tadhhabu is same as ta'lamu. So tadhhabu becomes i'lam, and dhahaba yadhhabu becomes idhhab.
Okay, izhab. So izhaba, is it?
Correct.
Izhabu, yeah?
Correct.
Is
Habi.
Izhabi.
Correct.
Is haba
Yep.
and abna.
Idhabna. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay. And sorry, Sheikh. It took a bit long.
No, no, that's fine. The thing is, this is the first time you start doing it. That's perfectly fine. Now I'm going to ask. Who has been new. So I can request. Okay. Let's do a bit more practice. I'm going to ask this question to Sister Fawzia. Sister Fawzia, can you go to the mic?
Yes.
The verb is dakhala. Dakhala yadkhulu. Yadkhulu, he is entering. Yadkhulu, he is entering. How would you say enter?
Udkhul.
Excellent. Can you do 6 forms?
Okay. Udkhul. Udkhulu.
Udkhula.
Udkhula. Sorry. Udkhula. Udkhulu.
Excellent.
Udkhuli.
Excellent.
Udkhul. Udkhula.
Correct.
Udkhula. Yeah. Udkhulna.
Excellent. Udkhul, udkhula, udkhulu, udkhuli, udkhula, udkhulna. Excellent. That was really good.
Thank you.
Next one, Tessina. Can you do kharaja yakhruju?
Excuse me.
Yes.
How can we know? I was using idkhilu. So how do we know we'll use id or ud?
Okay.
Because can I?
Go on, Tessina, go
I
ahead.
try to answer that.
Yeah.
Okay, we know that because we have to look at the middle. We have to look at the middle letter and of the word and see what haraka it has on it. So if it has a dhamma, the hamza al-wasl will start with a dhamma. If it has a kasra or a fatha, then it will just be a kasra. Is that right, brother? Is that right, Sheikh?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you said kharaja and was it kharaja and
kharaja yakhruju.
Yakhruju. Okay, so that will be kharaja yakhruju. So that's going to be is that going to be the hamzatul wasl going to have a kas?
Whenever the middle letter comes with a dhamma, the hamzatul wasl.
Yakhruj. Is that okay? Is that yakhruju?
Ukhruj.
Ukhruj. So it is yakhruju, yeah? That's right. So it's going to be ukhruj, ukhruja, ukhruju, ukhruji, ukhruja, ukhrujna. Ukhrujna.
Excellent. Now I'm going to share something on the screen. I sent this already in the group. And this will help you to understand. Sister Tessina, can you read this for me, please?
Okay. The verb of command, fi'l al-amr. Can you just make that a bit bigger, bro?
Yeah.
I'm a bit blind. Okay, the verb of command, fi'l al-amr, i'rab of verbs, the verb particles and verbs in future tense. The verb command, verbs of command have an important place with respect to Islamic law, since most commands in Quran and Hadith reflect religious obligation. This is similar to verbs involved in forbidding, using the harf jazm, the lam, la. Furthermore, the command tense is important with respect to supplication of dua. Any supplication directed towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in the command form. Verbs of command have their own unique conjugation, which will be discussed here, but the important prerequisite before learning them is that one should have learning the conjugation of past and present tense verbs.
Now let me add something else now. Now, whenever we do it is dua. Now, when we do dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the form of a command, now because he is a creator, when a person who is a creation of the creator, when he does in the form of a command, it's not a command, but it's a request. So this is one point you need to be clear of.
Excuse me, Sheikh, when we say Allahumma, so it's not a command.
Allahumma is not a command. Allahumma, it's not a
request, yeah?
It's not a verb.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, not a verb. But Allahumma, when you say Allahumma salli ala, it comes in the meaning of I am requesting. So it comes in the meaning I am.
When it comes to like Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi, So
Yes.
Iqra is a command, right?
Yes, that is a command.
Okay, thank you.
And what is this? Rabbi adkhilni mudkhila sidqin.
Sister Sabiha, you've asked a very good question. I will answer your question next lesson. The reason why, because Rabbi adkhili mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni. Now this is a 4-letter verb. So because it's a 4-letter verb, the amr comes with a fatha. That's the only case where in the command, the alif comes with a fatha. It's only when it's a 4-letter verb. Remember this point, and I'll go through this next week with you, okay? Because if I start explaining all of it, then it'll be a whole lesson I will need to teach on that.
Okay.
Okay, so next week I'll go through that. Now over here now, Sister Tassina, go through the commands. Rules, conjugated command tense from present tense.
Okay, so number 1, change the verb into mudari from specifically third person, single masculine, yaf'alu. That's the first thing. So change the verb mudari to, and then replace the ya with an alif, which is hamza al-wasl.
So what do you have said? Change the verb into mudari.
Mudari.
The third person singular is incorrect. It should be the second person.
Yeah, I was going to say that from 7 to 12, isn't it? So second person.
There's a mistake there.
Yeah. So replace the ya with the alif, with an alif. The alif can only take either a kasra or a dhamma, but not a fatha.
Correct.
Unless what you said it was a 4-letter verb. Okay.
Correct.
The vowel on the middle letter on the fi'l mudari is important. If the verb has a dhamma on the anal fi'l, the letter, and then the fi'l amr verb, I need to do that again. If the verb has dhamma on the letter, on the ain letter.
One second. Majority of the people don't understand this. Okay, look at this here, this chart. Now, can you see the present tense? Yaf'alu, in green. Yaf'alu, yaf'alu, yaf'ulu. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It means the middle letter. So everything in the Arabic language is measured on the pattern of fa'ala, yaf'alu, yaf'ilu, yaf'ulu. So this is a template, and kataba, yaktubu, fa'ala, yaf'ilu, dharaba, yadribu. So this is a template on which other verbs are put on it to measure which pattern the verb is on. Is this clear now? This is what means the ain letter. If the verb has a dhamma on the ain letter, the fi'l amr, bismillah.
The fi'l amr verb, if it begins with an alif, with a dhamma on the added alif and also on the ain letter, that is a bit of a mishmash. So if the verb has a dhamma on the ain letter, the amr verb, okay, I don't understand that. It's just,
let me make it clearer. So it's basically what I've taught you already. 1, 2, and 3 is this.
Yeah, I understand what you said, but I'm just saying that, the way it's written, it's a very mishmash kind of a
Let's
definition.
make it easy for you here. Look over here. So yaf'ilu, yaf'alu. So whenever this happens, you will see over here if al. Even though the middle letter is coming with a kasra and a fatha, the hamzat al-wasl is coming with a kasra.
It's going to come with a kasra. Kasra.
Oh no, middle letter has a dhamma.
Dhamma, it will be a dhamma.
Exactly. Ukhruj, uktub.
Hmm.
Now, because as you know, now remember this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what's happened here? They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They put 5 verbs here. The reason why they put 5 verbs, because the past tense is coming with a fatha, fa'ala. So whenever you have a verb which letters have a fatha, its present tense denomination can be 3. Yaf'ulu, yaf'alu, yaf'ulu. So all verbs whose past tense come with all fatha, the present tense can come with a kasra, fatha, and a dhamma. So that's the reason why they put 3 all over here. 3 denomination or 3 examples. And then whenever a verb comes with a kasra in the middle, in the past tense, fa'ila, the present tense has only one option. The present tense has only one option, only a fatha. Fa'ila yaf'alu. Any verb has a kasra in the middle, the present tense would never come with a dhamma or a kasra. So that's the reason why they wrote, whenever you have a verb with fa'ila, the present tense is only one form, yaf'alu. And the amr, as you know, when the middle letter is a fatha, what would be, Sister Sina?
Kasra, kasra.
Kasra, exactly. And finally, fa'ula. If a verb's middle letter is a dhamma,
It'll be a dhamma. The amr, the hamzat al-wasl will have a amr, will have a dhamma on it if it's a dhamma.
is this clear now?
No, I understand that. It was just that, you know, the definition. It's not very clear.
No, so look over here now. I'mal, so past tense is amila,
Yeah.
and present tense is ya'malu, and the amr will be
I'mal. I'mala, i'malu. Okay. The jewel and the, okay, yeah, I understand that.
so something that is that clear for you now?
I understand that.
Zamina, is that clear for you? Right, okay. Now, send that out. Look at the charts. The charts are quite good. The explanation may not be great, but the charts are quite good.
So your definition was all right, where you first remove the alamat al-mudari, which is the ya,
Yeah,
and then you check whether the following letter is voweled or not. If it's not, because if it's a sakin, then you've got to put a hamzat al-wasl in the place of the alamat al-mudari, which was the ya, and then you look at the middle letter and see what haraka to put on the hamzat al-wasl. Then you remove the noon on. Are those noon and niswas? Or not? Those are not noon and niswas, are they?
No, the noons of the present tense, that's it.
Yeah. So they just remove the noons of the present tense, which are part of the conjugation, but the noon of the 12th form, which is part of the word, the verb, then you do not remove that. That remains the same.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
that's what I got from that.
Right. So what I need everyone to do, I want everyone to write in a chart form, taktubu, uktub, taktubani, uktubu. Taktubuna, uktubu. So I want you to write 3 verbs out. I want you to write out taktubu and the amr, and I want you to write out tadribu and the amr of tadribu is idrib, and also I want you to write out fataha, the amr is iftah. I want you to write the English translation next to it. Iftah, open. You 2 open, you all open. You 1 female open, you 2 females open, you all open. Please write that out so that I know that you've understood it properly, okay?
So what's the taktabu? Which one did you say taktabu?
I've sent this 6 pattern template in the group, so you should have it.
You can just do those ones. Yeah, okay, so we'll do those ones. Okay, that's
so kataba yaktubu, daraba yadribu, and fataha yaftahu.
Okay, that's one.
Okay, that's it. Okay. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to do, inshallah, next week, I will do the 4-letter verb. And then, inshallah, next week we'll be starting book 2, inshallah, officially, inshallah. Okay?
Jazakallah. Very helpful.
Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Iltimasu dua. I'll see you next week, inshallah, same time.
Thank you, Maulana.